Good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here. My name is Rafael, and I've been working since 2010 at InvestSP São Paulo, the investment promotion agency of the state of São Paulo here in Brazil. I will share my presentation with you, and I'll go through the slides, and later I'll be able to answer any questions you might have about it. Just 1 minute, please. I think, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Good. Yes, it's just not on full screen mode.
Okay. Good. Well, but as I said, InvestSP São Paulo is a government organization responsible for attracting investment, promoting exports, and promoting the innovation environment here in the state of São Paulo. We're here to help companies grow in the state, export from the state. We're here to promote the competitiveness of the state of São Paulo. Here I'll go through our main departments of here in InvestSP São Paulo. In terms of investment attraction, we have a business outreach department responsible for identifying projects of companies interested in investing in the state, and we reach out to these companies to showcase the state of São Paulo and to inform them about the services that InvestSP São Paulo might provide them to support their projects in the state. Once we identify a potential investment here in the state of São Paulo, our team responsible for investment projects will provide our services to facilitate the investment of the company here. Yeah, we have institutional and international relations that specifically the department where I work. It's very important to have a good relationship with partners, with channels through which companies interested in investing in the state might reach us. So we have a strong relationship with chambers of commerce, diplomatic missions, other IPAs, other investment promotion agencies. These are very important partners, and many occasions these companies come to us through these organizations. Now, as I said, we also promote exports. We support startups. I will talk about these activities in more detail in the slides ahead. And our goal is to promote also the image of the state in Brazil abroad as the best destination for companies to do business in Brazil and in Latin America. In terms of support to investments, the first thing we do when we identify a company interested in investing here is seeing the needs that the company have, the criteria for the investment project. Then we identify suitable locations, suitable municipalities in the state which match these criteria. We visit selected sites with companies, and in parallel, we have 3 types of advisory: environmental advisory, infrastructure advisory, and tax advisory, to make sure that the company will have a smooth process when choosing the best location for them to invest here in the state of São Paulo. And what we do is to provide support in the site selection process. Tax advisory provides information about tax incentives in the state. I'll go through very quickly these slides. Infrastructure advisory, we see what the requirements are in terms of, in infrastructure advisory, we do all the connection with concessionaires of public services and with government organizations to make sure that the location the company will choose will have everything the company needs in terms of infrastructure. And environmental advisory, we provide information on environmental regulations and make sure that the company will have the environmental permits necessary as fast and as safely as possible. Our results so far: InvestSP São Paulo was created in 2009 and started operating with a more complete structure in mid-2010. So far, we announced 288 projects in the state, with the creation of more than 180,000 jobs and a total investments of almost $30 billion. And these are the companies we are advised so far, which announced investments with the support of Invest São Paulo. We had to put the companies in a couple of slides here. So we advise local companies, foreign companies, big companies, small companies from very different sectors. There isn't a minimum investment that the company has to make to be advised by Invest São Paulo. We only see if what the company needs is what we can offer. In 2018, we were awarded by FTI Magazine as the Investment Promotion Agency of the Year. It was a very nice award that Invest São Paulo received after 80 years of operations, and FTI Intelligence is the publication of the Financial Times specialized in foreign direct investment. More recently, we added other activities to our portfolio. So we started as an investment promotion agency that then we incorporated the promotion of exports, the promotion of innovation, and we also opened offices abroad to support our activities. Our international offices, we have 3 offices operating in China, the United Arab Emirates, Germany, and in December this year, we will open our 4th office in the United States. In addition to support our activities here in our headquarters in São Paulo, these offices offer other services which are not included in our portfolio here in Brazil. We did this because it's important that these offices are financially sustainable. So companies might be member of these offices and they have access to a series of services offered by them. Companies might be incubated in our international offices, and we also have customized services for companies interested in accessing the local markets covered by by our international offices. In terms of promotion of exports, we have basically 3 areas in that regard. Facilitation, we provide training to build the capacity of companies interested in engaging in exports. And trade promotion, we organize trade missions, matchmaking events. Before the pandemic, in person. During the pandemic, we did that in the virtual format. We have actions to connect startups with the ecosystem of innovation here in São Paulo. So we have matchmaking between we promote matchmaking between startups and mentors. We organize the Latin American edition of the Startup World Cup, and we also have actions in the municipalities of the state. The state of São Paulo comprises 645 municipalities, and we also developed actions to promote the local ecosystems of municipalities outside the São Paulo metropolitan region. We launched a program also to promote the internationalization of startups. This is to promote Brazilian startups which want to go abroad. In this program, we have basically 3 stages: training, international immersion, and scaling out, covering startups from ag tech and food tech, retail tech, fintechs, and ed tech. In this edition of the program, we are focusing on European markets in the UK, Spain, Portugal, France, and Germany. Applications are open until October the 22nd. Now I'll briefly comment about the advantages of the state as a business destination. The state of São Paulo has 46 million inhabitants. Our GDP is more than 30% of the Brazilian GDP. And one thing that we like to point out here is the fact that our GDP per capita is more than 40% higher than the national average. That's an important competitive advantage of the state of São Paulo. Another important thing to mention is the fact that the inland of the state, i.e. the areas outside the metropolitan region of Sao Paulo, is very important in terms of the consumer market. It accounts by more than 60% of our consumer market, and that's also an important advantage of the state, mainly vis-a-vis other states in Brazil. Here we have a world-class infrastructure. We always like to point out that we have the 20 best highways in Brazil. That's very important for companies willing to do business here in the state of Sao Paulo. Science and technology, the state of Sao Paulo accounts for more than 70% of all investments, public investments in research and development. So it's another important aspect for companies interested in doing business here. Yeah, we have an integrated business network, a well-developed supply chain, a large presence of multinational companies here, and the city of Sao Paulo is Brazil's main financial center. We have a very developed industrial park here. The share of a couple of products in terms of the national output. So, for example, we account for 42% of food products produced in Brazil, 55% of computer equipment, 71% of pharmaceutical products. This shows the strength of the industrial sector here in the state of Sao Paulo. Here are some of the highlights. Also, Sao Paulo has a very important agribusiness sector as well. So we are a large producer of sugarcane ethanol, orange juice. We host the headquarters of Embraer, one of the largest producers of aircraft in the world. The automobile industry here in the state of Sao Paulo is very strong too. If Sao Paulo were a country, we would be the 22nd largest economy in the world, and we host most of the Fortune 500 companies with a presence in Latin America. Yeah, we were awarded by the Financial Times also as Latin American State of the Future. And in terms of competitiveness, we've been leading the competitiveness ranking produced by the CLP Institute, a Brazilian organization which measures the competitiveness of Brazilian states. So that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. It's been a pleasure to speak a little bit about Invest Sao Paulo and the advantages of the state of Sao Paulo. And I will be at your disposal to answer any questions you might have. Thank you very much.